So let's begin with the basic gradings that we can do with Lightroom. So let's know how to do a basic grading. Suppose this is a basic color, which we can go ahead with. First and foremost, if you want to check the white balance, it's good or not, you can click auto. Auto will try to give you a basic white balance, and if you want to check the exposure, it's correct or not, you can click the auto. As I click the auto, you can see there is a change in the exposure. You can see the difference between the two exposure. This is short, this is in auto. You have to just click the auto part over here to see the exposure. So with auto, you can decide on key this is the perfect exposure that you want to work on, or you want to set it up according to yourself. So according to yourself, if you try to set it up, you have to see for few things, like there is a highlight. So try to reduce the whites first and the highlights little. Try to increase the contrast and increase the blacks a little and shadows a little. So this is how we can get a proper exposure of the image. So can you see the difference between both the images?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
You can see it.
So now let's do a grading part. Grading part, how we can do? With the grading part, first we can go to a, let's clear this rod. As we can see, the rod is there. Um, let's- so it's done already. Then we can take a graduate filter, pull down the filter. Now we can see with the O button, if we press, we can see where our filter is coming, the red part. So it's influencing all in our image. Now we can just mark the colors that we want to do the graduate filter on. So we will take points from the sky, which is our basic reference point with shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we can see the difference. Key, it has gone out of the face as well as the. Now you can keep clicking and try to make it a point where you will feel much more comfortable working, to try to make such points which is more easy. Okay, now we have got a basic. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's again go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have basic points where we can do. Now remove the O. Now let's change the temperature and see what the influence this is bringing. See, now you can see as we have selected the proper color zone, it's not affecting the skin tones. Can you see it? The skin tones are as it is. Can you see it? It's not changing the skin tone. Though my mask is totally inside, but it's not influencing the skin tone at all. So now you can decide on, you can go for a warmer tone or a cooler tone. Like this is a sunset kind of a thing. We can go for a warmer tone. We can go for a warmer tone, darken out a little the outside, and let's increase the contrast a little, highlight a little, and whites. Let's whites, pull off the whites, and shadows. Let's pull off the shadows a little, and blacks. Now part one we have done. Now we can work secondly with the radial filter. Now, as we pull down the radial filter circularly, always when you pull a filter, just double click the effect portion, so it will come back to 0. Now press the O and see the outline masking, how the masking outside is working on. So we can pull it down a little more. Uh, so we can pull it down a little more. Okay, fine. Now we can take a color. We can take the colors that we want to work in. 1, 2, 3, 4 is influencing all. Let's reset it once again. 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have a beautiful. Now we can work easily on the shadows and give it a vignetting effect. Can you see right now? We can increase the colors, yellows a little bit more. Decrease the shadow. Decrease the blacks a little. And increase the whites a little. Now we can use the feather to blend the colors. You know, see, as I'm increasing, it's coming a little more inside. Can you see it?
Yes.
Hmm. Now, what we can do, we can make a duplicate copy of this. Let's go again to that radial part. We can create a duplicate copy of this radial part and now just invert it and reset it. Clicking F. Now what we can do, we can easily manipulate the colors inside this area with the color palette. One, I might have taken the. So let's duplicate it once again. Let's put a duplicate and little shift it a little so there is a visibility. Okay, now we can see the visibility. Now we can go the invert part. Now we just double click to, now we can work on the color areas that we want to set it out. This shirt portion. Uh, Now cross check it once it's working. It's working inside on the file. So first, second, third, fourth. I think this will be fine. Fifth, this blacks. Now see. Now you can see it's almost inside the inside zone of the image. The red, the mask. Can you see right now? This. Now remove the mask and we can reduce the yellows a little to bring it more clear and increase the whites, blacks a little, increase the shadows a little, whites a little and just blend it out. And you can just make another duplicate layer of it and just square it out very short part. And reset the effect once again. Pull in and blend it out. So can you see the difference between both the images?
Yes, sir.
So this is how we can do a basic grading. Any doubts about it, you can ask me. See, you can duplicate. Now if we take masking, basic masking, suppose we take a basic masking, just press O and just press your Alt or Option key in your keyboard and start masking the areas. Don't worry if it's getting inside because we will do a color masking, okay? So don't worry much about that. Let's take a physical area properly. Now let's go to the color mask zone and take on the colors. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now just we will change it. Keep it done. Now press auto. See, it will try to manage your skin tone. Now can you see the difference? So this is one basic way to do your manipulation. Means color grading. One basic way you can fiddle out with all the colors. Now the second way is to totally add on a theme or mood. So what first thing that we can do for adding out a theme and mood. Suppose this is a yellow color and I have a yellow color influence. I can increase the saturation. Let me reset the image and first put a auto mode. Okay, fine. Now we can see we have a very typical image. So it's primarily into yellows. So we can play with the color calibrations to change the tones of the image. But what it is doing, it's influencing our skin tones. So what we will go to yellow in colors and try to balance out the yellows in the skin tone first. And to create a basic mode of the image, we can always go to split toning and use this tonal curves to create a basic tone of the image. So this is one way to do your grading. Now let's come to a different image. See, in such images, you have two ways to work out. First, let's correct the this light part. You have to just patiently see and match the areas, because this is only a drawback in Lightroom a little, because you can't be very precise. Okay, so now let's do one thing. As you press auto, you can see you can bring out the shadows very strongly in it. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference between both the images?
Yes, sir.
So now what you can do, you can easily create a mode. Like there is a yellow tone, you only require a simple thing. Just pull this area down, double click the effect and just pull the yellow tone very strongly. See, now what you can do, just pull a second graduation over here, second graduation over here, and double click the effect part, put a little green, a little yellow, same, done. Now let's do a third graduation over here. Double click and just pull the exposure a little down. Now we can go with a proper radial gradient. Okay, fine. And further the color a little bit. Now what we can do? We just take the brush, O, press the Alt option and just try to mask our skin, see to our skin. Always remember when you are masking the outer layer, the inner circle's last point. The inner circle's last point is your end point. So you try to work with that only. It will never go outside your area. Okay. See now, as I'm using this end point. Outer point I'm not using. Now see, it's trying to keep inside much more. So now and we can just pull the yellows a little. Too much. So can you see the difference between the both? Now it's a more proper, more concentrated image rather than a darked out image. Any doubts about the basic color editing that you're doing?
No.
No.
It's a very easy process if you start masking it. Because previously what the issues used to come, we used to always pull like this over. But now as we are using graduation filter and radial filter, we can easily work on the areas that we can do. Now let's come down to another typical image. Typical image, suppose this is a typical image. First and foremost, what we can do, we can always play with the sky first.
Sky.
Okay. Sky, you can always press so. You can always now we can always take the color. Let's do it first. Try with the luminance mask. Now, as we have white point very predominantly strongly inside, we can easily get the luminance very strongly over here because we have a very stable color over there. Okay. So instead of using a color mask, we can always use a luminance mask over here. Now you can just take on the colors. See, it has balanced out the colors now. Now press so. With the with your this radial no, means gradient, you can always shift it a little. So this is how. Now what we can do, we can give a major color shift to the image. Let's put in auto. So we have got a nice balance of the skin tone right now. Or the overall exposure. Now you can work on it. You can do. Now let's do one more thing. Let's just put on a nice separation between both the images. So we will take a radial mask and invert out, okay, and just go with a nice feather. See, with the feather you can see now how deep it is going. So that wide you can play off with. See this, like this we can go in a little. Now just done. Now let's come down to the color part. So we are taking yellow and just shifting the yellow, and greens, if we shift the greens a little. Now see the difference. You can always alter the blue. If it's too much, you can just reduce the blues, the saturation. See, you can always alter with the gradients also, because we have already a gradient over here. Any doubts about this, how we can grade these things out till now?
Yes.
No doubts?
No.
It's being much more easy to, after understanding the procedure, it's much more easy to work. Now this is a typical example for us. Now there are two ways you can, either you try to neutralize the color first. See, as I did auto, you can see the smoke. We can clearly see the smokes right now which is coming out.
Yes.
Now first thing that you can do easily, first and foremost part, is just take a brush, reset the effects to 0, and just play with the white parts of the hair. And now we can easily create a mood right now, just shifting the temperature to this. Now if you want a warm tone look with the blue presence in there, we can just go to split colors and put a slight yellow. Now see, it has balanced out very beautifully. Can see the difference?
Yes.
Now if you put on a little vibrancy and a little dehaze and increase the blacks a little, now see. You can see, now you can feel the smoke as well as the tone as well as. Now you can easily any given day go to the radial filter and work out very effectively. Let's increase the zoom. Yeah. One thing, now if you have completed this image and you want to do a skin retouching, if you want to directly import it into Photoshop, you just have to hit in your keyboard Control E. Which screen are you seeing right now? The Lightroom one?
Lightroom.
Okay, fine. Now see, as I have pressed Control E, it has been transferred to Photoshop without saving only. Can you see the Photoshop screen right now?
Yes, Photoshop.
Yes, yes, Photoshop.
Control E is the shortcut. Okay. You press Control E, that image will automatically, if your Photoshop is closed also, then also it's not a matter. It will open the Photoshop and transfer your photo to Photoshop. Any doubts till now?
Sir,
Yeah. Ask. You want to ask something?
hello.
Yeah, ask.
Sir, what is the shortcut for importing direct
Control E.
Control plus C? Okay.
Control E. E for elephant.
E. Okay.
Control E. Got it?
Okay. Got it.
So this is how we can do basics. Now let's come a little now to something like this. Like this. Let me take an image like this. Let me remove this image. Now in this image we can work on light. First you put an auto exposure here, auto tone. So we get a nice beautiful exposure. You can see the difference right now. Always hit the auto once before starting working, because sometimes auto will always help you out, giving much more better exposure than manually controlling it. If you don't find it good, then you can manually control it. Okay.
Okay.
So as we have hit the auto, we can see now you can put in a classic kind of grading. Now see, with split tone, we can do a more social media kind of a grading. See, now I can punch in on the shadows a little blue. Like too much blue. I want cyan. No, this is perfect. Now if I increase the dehaze a little, it will give a much more punchier color to me. And I increase the blacks. See the difference?
Yes.
Now what happens? Suppose you have made this a grading. Okay, now there is one more similar image. If you consider like this is a similar image that you have over here. Okay, now you want this image, same grading to be used over there. What you can do, you just go
Copy.
develop setting, copy settings. Okay, copy settings and go and paste settings. Copy the setting, develop, copy settings, develop, paste settings. See, now one more thing that we can do over here. Can you see this preset panel written over here?
Yes.
Now this is my setting. I take create. I name this group as color class. Okay, I name this group as first I name the preset color 1, and I name this group as new group I create. I name it color class. So, and I create it. Now see, I have a group over here with the grading color 1. Okay, so I each time don't have to copy and paste. I just have made a preset of mine which I can check and see in all the images right now. See this, this, if you want this also, see. So you can create your own. If you find suitable, this is nice for you, you can go ahead with it.
So there, I have to check all the things where
Whatever, see, when you try to copy or the user setting, or when you try, it will show a map of whatever check. No, all the things not all the things. When you hit copy settings, it will show the checklist what has been done. See, there is no adjustment in the local brush.
Okay.
Okay. there is these are the adjustment that it is showing: dehaze, sharpening, everything.
Mhm.
So if you add the brushes, it will add. If you keep it
Okay.
as it is, which is
Okay.
unchecked, means you haven't worked in it at all.
Okay. Okay.
It will set it accordingly, just as a true copy of it. Okay. Now this is a, now suppose I take this and paste, again do one thing. Color one, if I click this, so it's like it's not suitable for this image, but for this image it will look very nice. For this image it might look nice. It's looking nice. Now you can fine tune here also a little. Like you have done this. Now
Hmm.
from here also, like you like the basic tone of the image very nicely over here. Okay, the basic tone. Now you can fiddle out with the local contrast. Go local settings. O, pull it out. Use the colors. So there is an always a full opportunity to play continuously. You can't get stuck. Like you have made a basic setting for a
Hmm.
tone which you like. Now you can go to the local settings, and now let's come to the color and mark the zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little more again. This is coming out well. Okay, fine. Now, as I have gone, I can increase the yellows. See, I can increase the depth. I can increase the see orange. Now I'm getting a more orange tone.
Hmm.
Okay, so you can any given day do the changes. I can increase the shadows a little. So you can always go ahead and do the local contrast also after putting a basic grading also. Any doubts up till here? Any parts you are missing you want to ask or clear? See, once the basics are clear, color grading is very easy to do because you only have to fiddle with the contrast levels and everything.
Yes.
Any other doubts?
It's okay.
Okay, so let's move on with one more thing. Now, for such an image, suppose I'm taking this image. First, let me do an auto contrast. So you can see the benefits of using an auto. Can you see the benefits of using an auto?
Yes, yes. We
Yes.
adjust auto the exposure value
Yes.
or the
Hmm.
stick.
See, what does auto does? You have to understand once again. What does a auto does? Auto tries to shift the whites, shift the black, shift the highlight, shift the shadows, and try to bring more of a mid tone. Okay, in colors as well as in the exposure. Suppose, let me take this image. Now, this is an image. Let me do it one more setting. Setting. Now, let me save this as uh, create a preset color class. Okay, color 2. When you hit create, okay, fine. Now, basically, there are two major differences you have to understand. When you do a basic savings of the preset, it will remove the local contrast from it. Okay, local settings from it. Got my point? Like
By doing.
this, it will remove the local settings. But when you copy the settings, see, local brushes are gone right now. No, I'm taking the wrong way. This is the right way. Okay. Now let's go. Copy settings. Split tone has been done. No local adjustments are showing right now. So let me. I've copied it out.
But we have done one local advertisement on
But,
their here.
see, I have already saved it. That's why it has
Okay. Okay.
removed
Okay.
the local part. Now
Okay.
let's do
Okay.
one thing. Let's do one thing. Now we'll just try to color grade this.
Hmm.
Let's try to color grade this. I'll just show. Let's take a local area. Okay, fine. Done. Now, what you can do, click on the local adjustment and what we have used, radial. Okay,
Radial.
copy. Now, as I come to this image, suppose I take this image and I paste it. See the radial area?
Yes. Local is not.
The local adjustment that you have done is there. Now you can go to the radial area. It will show the radial point and you can shift it according to your choice. Understood? But once you, but understand one thing, once you save it as a preset, whenever you do the adjustments now, like in this image, wait, I will show you once again. You have to remember this. Like I am copying this preset, okay? I'm copying this settings. Now I can click on all the threes: brush, graduates, radials, which I have done in. Suppose I haven't done a brush and a graduate. Okay, so it's not present there, no, right? It's not present inside. Now suppose I take this image and paste it over here.
Paste it.
Wait, no, sorry, I'm taking it wrong. Copy settings. Keep it done. Copy settings. Copy. See, now we can see this is the radial, we did it. Got it? Now see, brush part it's not showing. Graduate filter it's not showing. Only the radial part it's showing. Okay. So
That
this
means we
is
can now
you,
after.
you can adjust it. But you have to understand one thing, the primary thing we did it here is in only in the blues. So that's why it's only taking the blues. Got it? Got the point? We primarily did work on the blues in this image only. See.
Sir, this I can't understand.
This thing, wait. See, you can see the before and after image. Let me show you one second. This is the before and after image, okay? Can you see the two images clearly?
Yes.
But in global setting, what we did, we primarily played with the blues, nothing else. You can see the temperature going down over here as compared to the original image.
Yes.
And what we have increased the vibrancy, and the saturation is -2. We haven't done anything on the curves part.
Yes.
We have done a little split toning of the highlights and the shadows, and we haven't done anything on the calibration part. Got my point?
Yes.
And we have worked with the
Radial filter.
Radial filter. We have to see. Is it showing a radial filter? No. So it's right now not showing a radial filter. Graduate filter, it's not showing. So mainly what we have done here, we have only worked with the blues. So if I copy the settings also and try to paste it here, wait, I've taken the wrong, and try to paste it here, what it's doing, it's only taking the blues, because rest settings have nothing have been done. No? So you have to understand one thing very clearly. You have to have a similar matching image to get a proper gradient on it. Got my point in this? Suppose this is this image. Okay, this image. It's much more similar to this image. This image and this image are much more similar. So this gradient will effectively work in this image. Got my point? Now, this image, as it's a darked out image, so it can work very fine. Okay, now this is entirely a different image. Now, if you try to paste the color one, see, there is nothing much of a change because it's totally a different image. Okay, we try to press the color to, nothing if the changes is done. What changes will happen? So you have to be very precise in understanding the choosing of your image when you are applying a preset. Now this is an effective way. Now let me take one radial block, radial filter, invert outwards. Let's see. Okay, let's pull out the shadows a little. Now this is an image. Okay, done. Now let me do. Let me go to the copy settings. Copy the settings in develop setting and put on these three. Okay. I have taken a radial. I will use a radial. I will avoid the brush copy. Now this image is more nearby. We can see it's more nearby image from that image. Now if I paste the setting over here, see, now I have a radial to play with. Now what I have to see, one more thing over here is to match the exposure. Here I have done. Now what I have to see to match the exposure outwards. So you have to always consider one thing, this. What mistake I have done is in this first mistake, didn't press auto. As I press auto now because I used auto over there. Now as I work on it, paste the settings, see, now it's there. But now we go to the radial part. The radial part is over here. We can just, okay, now take a duplicate. Made a duplicate of it, invert it out. Now, see, the matching is done. Got my point? You have to always work with a similar kind of image in presets. Got the point?
Yes.
Any other doubts with the preset part? Any doubts, any questions you have, you can ask me.
Just last show me the duplicate you have taken and again it match with that, na? That
See,
last part. The match.
wait, I am showing you again. See, now you first do an auto copy of it, okay?
Okay.
First and foremost, try to do an auto because see, it's a very overexposed image as we can see. Okay. Auto, we are getting it everything fine. We don't have any issues right now. It's perfectly balanced. Now, I go develop setting, paste setting. Okay, fine. Now we can see the inner highlight is too much in the radial. Okay.
Yes.
I just go, I want that outer side. Now I take a duplicate, make a duplicate of it.
Okay.
Right click and make a duplicate and invert it. Now you can see,
okay.
Now I can do the adjustment in the inside of the layer.
Okay. Okay.
Now it's balanced out properly.
Yes.
Got it? So this is how radial work is, radial filter is also very effective because you can make multiple duplicates of it. Like see, in this image, I will show one more image. This is an image. I do an auto correction first. No, it's not working because I don't want a brighter image in it. Okay. It's no use for me, the auto correction here. Now what I do, first and foremost, I take a radial, work on it. Okay, let's see. We can see this is the zone. Okay, this is the zone that we are working in. We make a wider zone and increase the feather. Perfect. Now what we do, we enhance the colors a little, darken out the image a little, exposure, increase the contrast a little, increase the shadows a little more, whites down. Okay, now we have, now as I duplicate it, okay, duplicate, I've done a duplicate. What this is happening, it's reapplying the whole thing out, which we have done already. Okay, now as I invert it, it will apply the inside part. Now I have an easy way to do the correction. I can increase the exposure. I can reduce the yellows to match out. Okay. I can shorten out the zone a little more. I can remove the blacks a little more. Now, understood the point? We can easily work with two radials Instead of again selecting an inner circle and outer circle, we can just duplicate that outer circle. The values will be there. Just inverse it. We will inverse them from where? Whenever you take a radial blur, it will always be like this, checked out. Okay. It will always take the outer layer. You have to click invert to take the inner part.
Yeah.
Clear about it?
Yes.
Clear about it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, how we can manage depth of field? Suppose, let me take one image which has a let me take a Suppose this is an image. Can you see the image?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, how we can manage the depth of field? How can we can create a shallow depth of field? So we go with the same. Now, one thing you can easily do. Suppose there is a yellow casting in the image. You can see right now. You can always press the auto white balance to correct it. Here in the white balance, you can go to auto and see if it's your choice or increase the temperature. I think this is ideal. Now what we do a similar thing. We take a graduate filter. Okay. Press O and pull it a little more and pick on the colors. Shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now what we do? We reduce the textures. We reduce the clarity a little. Can you see the difference in the depth of field also? Can you see the difference in the leaves?
A bit.
Hmm?
Yes.
Sir, please do it once again.
Wait.
So, but it won't affect the main subject.
What we did.
Radiant filter.
What we after doing the graduate filter, we didn't use radial filter over here. We used the graduate filter. Then what we did? What we did?
We have selected the places.
We have selected the colors.
Colors.
Okay, so what is going on if I am taking a graduate filter over here? Okay, let me fold. See, you have to see the mask also very effectively. Both work side by side. Now you see a mask which is on the skin tone also.
Yes.
As well as in the dress also. We can see it. First and foremost, we take the colors and pick the zones. The red is present here. The red is present here. So here it is affecting my hair. So I will try to avoid this. Okay, see. See.
Top.
See, now it's in the hairs also. Can you understand this?
Yes.
So let's bring it very clearly. Now, if you reduce the amount, you can clearly see where it is working. Got the point? Wait, let me go back to square one. Yeah, fine. Now, let's go to the graduate filter as we are doing right now. The O is there. Now hit the color. Reduce it, the amount. Now let's select it. Okay, first this green leaf. Now if you reduce, you can predominantly see where the effects is. Now let me check the second color. You can see the red increasing there.
Yes.
You can see the third color. The red increasing there, this is the fourth color.
Fourth color.
Fifth color. Okay. 5 colors we have taken. Okay. Now what we do, we just reduce the texture. Now see very clearly. Can see the blur?
Yes.
And if we reduce the clarity, it will get more softer. Got
So,
it?
okay, okay.
We are masking the colors that we have to work with. Now understand one thing. It's will affect the greens only. Can you see? It's not affecting the skin
Skin. Yes.
because we have masked out the color zone. Only that color zone, all the changes will happen. See, got it?
We have taken 5 samples of the color here.
Color area.
That's why.
That's according to that. Now, if I increase the dehaze, see. Now done. Now you can see the difference. Wait. Got it?
Now it's clear.
Now what we do, we just do a auto and just increase a little. Now see. We have a totally balanced out image.
Look, cast is also over.
Now if you put a little auto also, see. Now you have to understand. Yeah. So you can play fiddle with everything. Now you can see now how we can manage depth of field also to a little point. Okay.
Okay.
Any doubts up till now?
No.
So let's work on one more image very predominantly. Now suppose we have this kind of image, okay? No, this is a much more easy image than the complete dramatic image. Okay. Now this is an image, okay? First, let's play with the auto exposure. We can see, okay, the blacks has been nicely lit up. Now what we can do, we can play with the great parts of the image. See, okay. Now what we do, we go to the colors and let's increase the zone. As we increase the zone, now we try to pick the colors. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm keeping it a little in the hairs. Okay. Now see. Got it? Like a color gel coming out from the. Now if you blend it, it will blend. If you reduce the amount, it will show up. If you increase the feather, it will try to blend it very well. Okay. Now see. Now I go to the other side. I go to this side of the image. I double click and reduce the effect. I don't want the effect over here. Now what I do, same thing. I take the colors, pick out my sample points. 1, press O to see. 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I've gone in the blacks, so it is influencing the blacks. I will go outer. Here you can see. Now I can put in a blue. Can see the difference?
Yes.
So let's do something more interesting. See, masking and playing is a key factor in getting proper balance out in the images. Now let's do one more thing. Let's take the radial. And decide a major zone. See, with the luminance, I can see This is only the point that I'm trying to work. Got it? See, the inner is blacked out. Outer is the zone which it will work on. Okay, now let's go O. See, now what you can do, you can just mask up. See, as I've basically played with the yellow, so it's looking natural, not looking artificial. The yellows in the skin tone, but you can mask out and balance it out also if you want to. Okay, with the brush.
Yes.
Got the point? See,
Hmm.
so you can fiddle out with many things. Now the image has totally a different dimension and everything. It's not looking a flat kind of an image. And see, this is the benefit of masking work. And with the normal work, what you can do, you can simply go out, increase, you can pull the blacks a little, see, increase the shadows to remove the shadows from the image. And with a simple split tuning, you can easily work out right now. Okay, with a split tuning, we are doing this and adding this. We have a different image drama in the image. So let's pull out the saturation a little, increase. Now what we can do, we can easily put a graduate filter over here, just filling out with something new. Oh, any doubts up till now? Any questions you have?
No.
Any problems till now? Now see, this is an image which is an excellent case of graduate filter. See, here colors O and just map out the colors that we want to work with. Let's add a few. Now we can pull the shadows a little, highlights a little, and whites a little. See. So where there is a total loss, you can't ever recover it. See. Now if I try to auto it also, see, the whites won't come in. Now what you can do, you can just go to the pure filter and just manipulate. Here you have to use more of a Photoshop to blend in. Okay, because there is no details behind to work with. That's why it's not bringing out any details for you. Got it? Like if I take a mask also, brush mask also, try to fill in colors. See, it's not filling any colors. Can you see it?
Yes.
Now, if you go a little darker, then also because it's already very messed up because it doesn't have any details to recover from. What the point?
Yes.
Hmm. So any other questions?
Sir, it is because of the lost details.
See, taking a raw picture also, it has a loss of details because there is no details present there. It's a blown out image. If I darken it out also, it's not bringing out any details. Can you understand?
Yes, yes.
It's just removing it's just blurring out the colors. Okay. It's darkening out the colors. Now if I try to bring the blacks, the shadows a little out, a little highlights, see, it still remains the same because there is no details in it that it will pull out. It's a blank sky, there is no nothing in it, so you can't pull out. Like here you have to understand one thing. One image, let me go to this image.
But we can add colors there in the sky.
See, colors, adding colors over with in such images.
Brush.
In such images, you can't add color. You can just put color. You can't add color. It has to have some surface base to grab the color. Got my point?
Sir, then actually in this image it is not possible to paint the sky
You have
like
to just
blue or-
put a flat blank color in it. You can never add a color. Understand one thing.
graduated filter if we use here,
Hmm.
then is it applied here?
See, graduated filter, if I put also, what will happen? See, there's only the exposure will change from dark and a little color will put on, but where the gray portions are there. Got my point?
Yes.
See, it's not applying because there is no detail present in it no, to apply. You can only put in a color, not apply a color. Got my point?
Yes, yes.
Like if you use Photoshop, what you will do, mask out the layer and put in a blue inside it. That you are putting it, not applying over it. Lightroom always works on applying on the colors. Got the point? Because Lightroom doesn't work in mask basis, okay? Lightroom doesn't work in mask basis. I mean mask in the sense layer basis. It only works in mask basis. So what happens if there is any details, profound details in mask, it will definitely try to put some colors on it. Now let me, and that's why I was clarifying this example to you, showing this example to you.
Now
So
for the last is
now,
this type of image with the brush. The local adjustment brush is there, and if you select the colors, okay,
it won't come. Won't come. Understand one thing. That's only I'm trying to explain. See, this image, okay?
Yeah.
This is the image we are talking about. With the local adjustment brush, I take the area, okay? I take the area. Predominantly, I take the area. Come on, okay? I take the area very well. I do a color adjustment also, okay? Let me take a color adjustment also precisely. These are the areas I want to work the colors on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have taken the areas as well as. Okay. Now understand one thing. When I'm dragging it, the exposure down, it's only shifting the colors to gray. Okay, first and foremost. Now if I try to pull it inside also, it tries to put color inside the grays only, not in the white areas. Can see the difference? Wherever there is grays, it's trying to put in the colors over there. See? Can you see? Because there is no information that now I will show you one image more, you will get an idea. There is no information for that image to show it that it works on. Now understand this. This you will see this is a similar kind of image. Okay. But you have to understand one thing, there is a information, quite a bit of information in this image, so it can easily put in a color. Can you see how much it's going out gray blankly?
Yes.
There is enough information for him to put in color over here. See. But when we are working with that image, if you are using a brush also, now we are using a brush over here. This white areas we are using a brush. Now there is no information. That's why the color gradation doesn't take place. Okay. See, Photoshop has Lightroom has its limitations, because or any camera raw also has its limitation. If the highlights is blown out of the proportion, see now first day what I told you, when we clip, what we see in this road
detail in it.
This is not detailing, this is actually clipping of that area, okay, where no information is there in the image. Got my point? In the highlight part, same goes with the shadow part. See now, if I'm hitting the shadow part, you won't see blue anywhere. Okay. So I'm darkening out also, still it's not showing blues, because there is sufficient information there to pull out. Now try to connect each thing one by one. Got my point? Why we use clippings to see. Now see this image. Okay. Now I go to the histogram. You won't see, it's only the clipping is there in the. You can see only the clipping over here.
Where the light is.
In the light means there is no information over there. It can't pull.
But it has
information
about the sky.
But there is nothing problem in the sky. There is sufficient information for it to pull. Got the point?
Yes.
Whenever the area it will show clipping, means there is no information. You do anything, it will go only gray, black or white, nothing else. Now step by step start connecting each and every topic. Got the point? That's why in the first day I told you what's a clipping. Clipping is the place of whites and blacks. White dedicate in red, black dedicate in blue, where there will be no information for any changes to happen over there. Now understand. See, we have seen the clipping point. Now if I pull the exposure also, the clipping point remains white over there. Got the point?
Sir, then if we go when we are going for a color grading of an image, at first then we have to judge the histogram by clicking.
You have to understand the histogram very clearly. See the difference between a raw image and working layer wise in Photoshop. You have to understand one thing very clearly. Working layer wise in Photoshop, you are putting a layer behind the image. Okay.
Yes.
You are putting a separate layer. That's not working over that layer. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
But in Lightroom or Camera Raw, you are just masking the image and putting any information like exposure, contrast, colors, whites, blacks, textures, clarity over that image.
From the same image.
From the same image. Okay. So if it doesn't have any information over that image, it won't pull off anything for you.
It is similar. It has no. Cannot produce any details.
Anything. Got it. Now see here. If I reset this also and put it, see there is enough. There is no clippings. So understand.
There's enough information.
Enough information to work for.
Yes.
Now start correlating things. Okay. Means day one. That's why I explained. I 100% knew many of them will come out with this question, sir. We are trying to put in a white sky some colors. It's not coming through Lightroom. That's why I explained in the first day. Clipping, when it shows clipping in the images, that means it's an information zero zone. Any doubts now of the clipping is clear now?
Yes, sir.
Like see here. Understand? Now see. Okay. Can you see the
Blue clipping
blue marks? Means the shadows has no
information.
over here. Now what I do, understand now over here. It's a very, if I try to pull the shadows and blacks, you can see, and I try to put the color also, it won't influence that particle. Only the noise particle is getting informed. Okay?
Yeah.
But you can see a clear predominant blue influence on the tones. But whereas there is a clipping, you will never find that thing happening. See, now here, this is a, you can see here, this red on the area. Now if I try to select also this area, and I put the exposure down also, it will only do the blues and blacks, darks and brights. It will try to bring it gray, but there will no, the outer areas colors are changing, the inner area is maintaining the same. Got the point? Any doubts?
Got it.
So before any image you begin to do the grading or any retouching part, first see to it that it has any clippings or not. If I see now you have a clipping over here, na?
Yes.
In the black zone, means you will understand key there is it's sufficient for me. I can work because it will get darked out. But you have to see ki, is in certain areas if there is sufficient information for you to work on. If there is no information, then you can't work on a raw image directly straight away. Okay. Let's come to the last part. Any doubts or queries up till now? You can ask me clearly.
No, it's okay.
Now see, one more thing. Here is an image. This is an image. Let me put an auto. See, it has balanced out the image very well. Now, straightforwardly, we can do one thing. For grading out, we can see primarily red. We can change the yellows a little. You can see over here this information. Okay.
Yes.
Now, if you try to put in information more of a dramatic, you can pull it down. But you have to now work individually on the skin part with masking. And try to enhance the exposure a little. And got it? See?
Yes.
Now same goes here in the shirt part also. Done. Got it? So this is the ways we can do color gradings in our images and work with the exposures of our image as well as the depth of field of our image. Now you start practicing, connect each other. See, presets are never a solution. We have seen it clearly. Okay. Until the exposure value doesn't match, presets won't work effectively. Now I will show you examples right now. Like I have got presets over here which I have made, some have given me to check out the presets. Now see, this is an image which has this exposure value, it's fine, but the same problem with this presets are coming. The highlights are blown out. Okay, the highlights are blown out. Now what you have to do, you have to go through the same procedure to manage out things. Okay.
We have to do a bit things to maintain.
Actually, I think preset is suppose for a particular series.
Particular series, particular one has to, you have to understand one thing with presets. One thing you have to clearly understand with preset, you have to match the exposure with which exposure that preset has been made.
Exactly.
Now, right now, understand one thing. We made a preset over here. This, suppose we made a preset over here. This image, okay, right? Like recent last we saw, okay. Like last we saw, we made a preset over here. Which one? This one. No. Like we made a preset over here, naming it color one. Okay. The matching image you can say a little is this image. Okay. Hmm. Now if I put a preset over here, see, now I have to only reduce the whites and highlights. Got it? So the proper exposure, if it matches, then the preset will work fine. But if the exposure doesn't match, the preset will never work fine. Because whenever we make a preset, we make on a particular kind of exposure of that image.
Suppose if you're taking this picture with different poses and 3 or 4 poses really giving good result,
then you don't have to each time manually color grade the images.
Exactly.
You just take a preset and put it out.
That type of thing.
If the situation is the same but the poses are different, then
situation means exposure. Don't take situation.
no,
Exposure.
Exposure.
Situation to may be same, but you can take a under image, take an over image. That will also try to vary. It will vary very drastically. Okay. Not the situation, the exposure. Be very precise the exposure. Okay.
Yes.
Fine.